Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, to deliver his keynote address. DPM, please.
Mr. George Wang, Chairman of the Singapore Business Advisors and Consultants Council, SBACC. We actually have a rule normally that the acronym can only have 4 letters. So this is SBACC. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First, thank you for inviting me. I think this is a very important initiative, and I first want to acknowledge the tremendous amount of effort that has gone into bringing us to where we are today and planning the road forward. Working through 3 spring CEOs is no minor achievement. I think you can play a important and constructive role in the economic restructuring that George just mentioned. An important and constructive role. We know why we are restructuring our economy. We are running out of labor, we are running out of land, so we have to grow differently. We are going for quality growth. And that means quality in every area. Our products and services, the technologies behind them, our marketing and distribution channels, but ultimately the quality of management and manpower. Ultimately, management and manpower. And it means, above all, developing a culture of constant innovation and improvement throughout our society. And I say society rather than economy because it really has to be a culture of constant innovation and improvement. And in particular, it is critical that our SMEs are on board in this journey. Not just our large local enterprises and MNCs, not just those with the resources. Because the outcome of Singapore's economic restructuring journey must be a revitalized and vibrant Singapore SME sector. It must include a strong base of globally competitive SMEs and be able to offer Singaporeans high-quality jobs. High-quality jobs in the SME sector, not just in our large enterprises and MNCs. However, given their constraints, and we all know this, our smaller SMEs especially typically have to focus on day-to-day operations rather than rethinking their business models or processes or developing strategies to stay competitive over the longer term, a decade ahead. This is why external consultants and business advisors can play a useful role in plugging these gaps in time, in attention, and in expertise. They can help SMEs in diagnosing and solving their problems, identifying new business opportunities, introducing new technologies, and acquiring new capabilities. Often too, and this is important, the positive aspect of business advisors lasts beyond the initial project. As success in innovation often breeds the desire for more innovation and more forward thinking. Consultants are thus a catalyst and an important part of the overall ecosystem for innovation. One example, actually we have many examples, I'm just citing one, which is Tan Seng Kee or TSK Foods Private Limited. It's a food manufacturing company specializing in rice and noodle products. To better retain manpower in our tight labor market, TSK embarked on an HR consultancy project in April last year, with a focus on its older workers. It was a comprehensive effort, including automation on the shop floor and training for older workers to take on new roles. But TSK also initiated further HR improvement projects on its own once the consultancy was over. This included starting an internship program for tertiary students so that they could build a new pipeline of potential recruits, and investing in a training program to strengthen the company's corporate culture. So we want to see many more such success stories where not only are the original project goals achieved, but the companies become more sharply aware of the benefits of constant improvement and innovation, and they develop the capabilities to pursue them on their own. SBACC's task is to develop strength in consulting and to help match consultants to companies. Your work will, I'm sure, help assure companies of the quality and caliber of consultants that you have certified, and will enable them to identify suitable candidates with the right domain of expertise. You are off to a good start. SBACC has secured an experienced and highly credible group of business and public sector leaders to serve on its governing council. You have also formed partnerships with a wide group of industry bodies, professional agencies, and tertiary institutions to support the development of your certification frameworks. And you already have 600 consultants who have been certified under your main Practicing Management Consultant, or PMC, certification scheme. Your aim now is to broaden the pool of certified consultants under your main PMC certification scheme, and you plan to do so to expand the pool to 2,500 within 3 years, 2,500 PMCs within 3 years. But you also want to deepen the pool, and this is important. SBAC is working with its partners to develop specialized domain area certification frameworks in areas such as financial management, human resource management, intellectual property, productivity, and even bilingual Chinese. So we're deepening expertise, not just expanding the numbers of PMCs. I'm glad that SBACC is considering certification for what is called age management. I'm not sure it's the right word, but it refers to effective management to meet the needs of mature workers. I encourage SBACC to work with our institutes of higher learning to grow the pipeline of age management and silver productivity consultants. You have also been working with the WDA in particular to ensure that we have suitable courses that consultants can enroll in to obtain specialized domain area certification. WDA will also provide advisory services to SBACC to support the continual development of certified consultants, not just getting the PMC, but continual development during their careers through master classes, workshops, and other platforms. I'm pleased, therefore, that you are both signing a memorandum of understanding today to formalize this collaboration. SBACC also plans to obtain the ISO 17024 international standard for personnel certification by 2015 to demonstrate the robustness and credibility of its certification processes. This will help you in benchmarking your frameworks against similar bodies in other countries and establishing mutual recognition agreements in future. And doing this will in turn open up overseas markets for our certified consultants and business advisors. And I'm sure there's potential for our consultants and business advisors to play a role, not just in helping Singapore companies as they expand abroad, but also in meeting needs around the region. And finally, you have secured a 2-year renewable contract with AIG Insurance to provide professional liability coverage for claims made against PMC certified consultants. This is a first of the kind for the management consultant industry in Singapore. In short, SBACC's initiatives will develop professionalism in the consultant industry and make it easier for firms to find and select the right consultant to meet their needs. I'm heartened too that you've put in place a professional code of conduct and ethics and a process where SBACC will be able to undertake appropriate actions against certified consultants found to have engaged in misconduct and unethical behavior. And I noticed that you have on your board very senior lawyer, Mr. Wong Meng Meng, as well as the former chief of prisons, Mr. Chua Chin Kiat. And I'm sure SBACC will be keen to work with the government and the SME centers to prevent the few black sheep from tarring the rest of the industry. The growth in the number of consultants in recent years has had its own problems. The expansion has invariably led to varying levels of quality within the industry, and there have been varying levels of ethical conduct. For instance, a recent audit by IRAS found several fraudulent claims under the PIC scheme. And some of these cases, unfortunately, involved consultants and vendors abetting businesses to inflate the value of their PIC expenditures and facilitate the fraudulent claims. Fraudulent claims have fortunately comprised a very small proportion of all the PIC claims audited. However, the government takes a serious view of each such case and will take action against any errant parties, including bringing them to court. The consultant industry plays a useful role. I have to emphasize this. It plays a useful role in helping businesses to upgrade and advising them on how they can take advantage of government schemes like the PIC as they do so. However, there have also been cases of consultants charging high fees merely to help businesses fill in the application forms for government schemes. For its part, the government is committed to simplifying the application processes, including the application forms themselves. This is in fact a continuous effort. Indeed, most SMEs handle their own applications for PICs, including most small companies. PIC tax deductions are claimed as part of their annual tax filing exercises and are not complicated. If advice or assistance is required by businesses to fill in their applications, they can approach IRAS or the SME centers who would be happy to assist. Nonetheless, if there are those who wish to tap on consultants to help in making the applications, they should check the market rates for such services to ensure that they are charged a reasonable amount, just as they would do so for any other business transaction. Let me conclude. Our new phase of development poses challenges for our businesses, especially our smaller SMEs, but it also means significant opportunity for the enterprising, the innovative, and those who are able to seek and seize opportunities. Business advisors and consultants can do much in helping our SMEs make the transition to new levels of efficiency and innovation. SBACC, in turn, has a key role in helping the consultant industry to deliver better results to the benefit of our companies and our larger goals of economic restructuring and achieving quality growth. The government will continue to support SBACC through many more CEOs of Spring, and will do everything we can to help our SMEs through this transition. Thank you very much.